Good morning, Kim McGillis here, joining you live from Regina. It is presently 11:07 Central Time, and if you are watching from Ontario, it is presently 12:07. Hello, my dear friends. Happy Friday, everyone. I am so excited that it's Friday. My husband's going on holidays, so I don't know, he said that actually we're going to the gym tonight, so that sounds like a great way to start the holidays, right? If you're watching me live, please say hello. Please say where you're from. I would love to know. We've been up super early this morning. Lots of little things have been happening here in the McGillis house. And yeah, so it's been a great week. So if ever you followed along, you know how I built this entire collection. Very different things, right? And I found that it turned out great. You know, I was thinking this morning, you can always change for the color combination that you prefer. Like, this collection is beautiful, and there are bold colors that come with the designer series paper. There's black in there and reds and that sort of thing. I just went with a soft look this week just because of my color challenge. So that is exactly why I did that. So anyways, if ever you're watching live, I am going to do a little recap this morning so we could talk about the entire week. And for those of you who have been following me, I am getting closer and closer to my 300,000 CSVs with Stampin' Up. I am counting down of how close I am, and I'm hoping that I get my 300,000 CSV before the end, well, mid-March, when Stampin' Up hosts their on-stage event. I am short of 800, so I think I'm going to create like a board. I have these beautiful frames in the background here, and you don't see them all, but I think I'm going to do like a tracking board, so every day that I get closer. So for those of you who have ordered this week, thank you so much. I think I'll have to send something a little special to you, just an extra special thing, just because of you have been helping me along the way. So if we make it by mid-March, I'll be very excited, but it is closer and closer, and that would be in Canadian almost 400,000. So that's pretty amazing. I'm very excited about that. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. How are you? Hi, Evelyn from Germany. How are you as well? Lisa saying, finally enjoying snowstorm here. And I have to say that for me, I think I've been hibernating pretty much all week here. I should be going out, but like, it's cold. Don't want to walk Riley too much, but I wish I could do a little bit of that. So I'm going to put the screen down. If you are shopping with me this week, my hostess code is right here as I go on the opposite side. And use this one because you will be getting some projects to duplicate on your own. For this week, whatever I've been showing you, you will get that. For those who are attending my class in person next Wednesday, the folds will be different. It's 4 fun folds and a box, coordinating box, as well as some extra goodies. So my gosh, I feel like this has gone a little bit. It needs to be straightened out, but this is my code. It's kind of funny. There's 3 6s in there. I don't know what it means, but this is this week's code. You have until Sunday to place your order. Now, funny thing I have to mention to you, you know how I've been using our embossing folder that goes with the Mixed Florals and Mixed Label collection. This is the embossing folder. Look how pretty it is. I said I was using it sideways like this because I do love this piece and this piece right here. And if you want to see what it looks like, this is the look. I've never seen an embossing folder have so much texture. It actually changes and breaks the fiber in the cardstock, and it is quite amazing. The only issue is I've loved it so much that I've realized that I have not ordered it only once, but not only twice, but I've ordered it 3 times. How silly is that? Like, I don't know if you've ever ordered something more than once. but I don't know. I thought I only ordered it twice, but now it seems like I've ordered it 3 times. It is not available right now. It's on back order. So if ever you are in Canada and you do want this embossing folder, please message me because I have 2 extra ones, which I don't know why. It's the silliness. So send me a message, and it's actually pretty easy also to mail, to put in the mail, and I could just send that to you. So that's the silliness. I would love to know, like, have you ordered something more than once or not? If it's happened to you, I don't know. So anyways, like I said, it's back ordered, but if ever you really want to get your hands on it, please message me and then you could just buy it off of me. I don't know why I did that. It's kind of nonsense. I think it's because I get the collection in French and in English. So it probably got me the suite twice. And then after that, I ordered it on its own. So I don't know why. So on Monday, we had such a great time. What did we do on Monday? Let's do it just a little basic baby recap here. And I can't remember. Which card did we do on Monday? Maybe I have it aside. Anyways, I'll check. Oh, it's here, right here. So this was Monday. It was a slider. I did have one other demonstrator that asked me a question on what's this little scallop border that I keep using. And yes, I use it constantly. It's from the Round We Go dies. So this is what it looks like. And then what I do is I just trim it. So instead of doing paper rosettes with it, I just trim it as a border. Could I use this size? Absolutely. And what I normally do is to save the little pieces, what I'll do is I'll go and just grab a snippet leftover cardstock, and that's how I cut those. So Joan says, that's why I like the catalog that I used to mark my purchases, now hard to remember. That's great. And you know what? It's hard too because of online stuff, but I did get myself some stickers, and I do plan on doing, adding what's online exclusive, what's catalog, what's mini catalog. So I will try to sort that out. I don't know why I ordered so many, but anyways, it is what it is. Also, like for me to have stuff in Ontario and have stuff in Saskatchewan is kind of also a little bit, can get confusing, but I do not order my stamp sets normally in double. What I do, I just travel them. The only thing that I do have over there and over here is ink and cardstock. So, which I asked my daughter this morning, I'm like, could you tell me, do I have soft seafoam at the house in Ontario? And then she's gonna look at all the colors that I need. If not, I could just bring a pack from here, but it is what it is. So I feel good. Lisa's saying that she's done it before. So now I feel like I'm not the only one that has done this more than one time. And then for this one, you could only get this paper from the scrapbooking collection. It's too bad because it is wonderful. So this is the Wildflower birthday collection. And I did go online because I am doing a special class next week, and it is low inventory. So if ever you want the birthday regular there, the birthday wishes DSP, you want to go order that now because it is low inventory, unfortunately. But this was a great slider card, very simple though, but still great to do. I loved it, like the concept of it, and the color combination turned out great. Then on Tuesday, I showed you what I did for my cute downline. Has her gift with her D block that has her name and our team group. So that was a gift for her with a box. And then I did this special fold, and it does have like little special pieces. And see, you see that embossing piece right there. So she's got the prettiest card, I think, out of all of my cards this week. I coordinated an envelope for her. And I showed you how to do this little trinket. This is for her bone folder with her name. So this is gonna go in here. And then I had something else. Oh yeah. So she has her own little chamois that goes with the collection as well. So it's gonna coordinate as well. And then she has a tag on the front with her name. Now, remember I shared, I did get it actually for Ontario as well. So the alphabet à la mode is part of celebration. So when it says, "You're pretty wonderful," and then when she opens the card, it has her name. So that's kind of a fun thing as well. So that alphabet with a $75 order is actually free. And it's a $58 value. So I don't know if you've ordered it let me know. I would love to know that. I know it was part of mine. Then we did this one, which is a fun fold that I've done in the past, but that I love so much because I wanted to feature that beautiful embossing folder. And I put her name right on top here. And then I have my name here just as a showcase, how you get to see how pretty it looks with the coordinating piece. And then yesterday, we made these cards because I wanted to showcase elements of text. So elements of text is pretty cool. And then you get, I told you I was going to do a third card. So here was card number 2, I think. This was card number 1. I do love the simplicity of the layout. And I actually think this might be a layout that I'm going to choose. I might switch to stamp set, but for my on-stage swaps when I'm going to the Stampin' Up event. But I just want to show you this little one. I loved it so much when I decided to do this, and I'm just using my leftover Wildflower Designer Series paper right here, but I added the little ladybug on there, and she's in pink. She's not red, she's pink, but I still love her. So I love this idea so much of just a branch and a ladybug that part of my Wednesday class is gonna have a fun fold card, but these elements will be incorporated in. And for those of you who might not be able to get to that class or can't get it to go, there will be a PDF for it because I want to give the PDF to my class attendees as well. So you'll have that option. It will pop in. But like I said, it's not, there's 1 or 2 cards might be the same, but the rest will not. It will be totally different. So let's get cracking for today. Little project, very simple. You know that I love basic white note cards and envelopes. So I decided to do a simple project for this morning. So these come in a pack, and you have the envelopes right here as well as this little piece. And they are already pre-scored for you. So I keep a stash of these because they're great. I like to bundle them up in packs of 4, and I actually like to do like a coordinating box for it. So I did not score these, they come like this, and then I just like to give it a very crisp fold. So for today, I'm gonna go with my elements of text, and I am gonna go on the left side, and a little bit slightly on the left side. I'm gonna use some Versamark. So Versamark right here, and then we're just going to stamp it right here on the left side. Now if you want to remove the static, you could put that little pillow. I'm not too fussy. I'm going to use my Wow powder again. So it's the Opaque Bright White, and then we're just gonna, look how pretty this is. It's very simple on the background, but we are just gonna heat dry it. So I'm pretending that I'm heat drying it this morning. And ta-da, it's already dried, just because I don't want to do all the noise like I normally don't. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back with my soft seafoam, but you can pick any color that you want, anyone, whichever. But I'm just gonna go here and add the color right on top to make this like my background. So if you don't wanna make yesterday's card because it's too complicated, you don't have the circle dies, this would be a great option. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm just gonna grab a second piece. Give me a second here. I just want to show you something. If you don't want to do this step, and I know it looks funny on screen, but it is very pretty actually. I'm even gonna add a little more. You can always go back and use a color like Mossy Meadow, which is brand new, so it's gonna be a little juicy. And now I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna stamp a little bit on the left and then I have it like this. So either way, it is pretty. This one is more subtle. This one pops up a little bit more, right? So I just found that Mossy Meadow would be a great color to go with this card collection. So I'm just gonna set this aside right here, and we're just gonna continue on. So what I do like to do is I'm gonna go with soft seafoam and dark. I'm gonna add a couple of splatters, but if you don't like to do that, the stamp set on itself has these little splatters that you could add as well. So up to you. Perfect. So there you have it. So I'm just gonna show you. I don't know if it comes on camera, but it is very pretty. So for this one, I had centered it, but I just find that if you go more on the left, it's gonna stand out a little better for our project today. So I'm gonna set this aside. And now, you know what? Yesterday, I put all my things away like a big girl. I was like, I need to clean this desk here. So I'm gonna take out my flowers. I am gonna go with our daisy, but you could go with this one, whichever one you want. Like, it's up to you, but that's the one that I'm gonna be choosing. I also sorted all my scrap from our week. What I do love is when I'm using the entire same collection all week, what's fun about it is I'm just using all my scrap pieces. So I don't, and I only have the same colors like out, so I don't need to take out a bunch of different colors as well. So that's fun. So we're gonna grab Memento, Tuxedo, black ink. I think it is back ordered, so I hope that you have it in your stash of things, because if you don't, then that could be tricky. And I've indicated to you, if ever you're new this week, that I just flip my pad around when it's a big stamp like this. I don't have a lot of strength in my hands, so I do like to go like this and just put my ink on the opposite side. So that's kind of fun, right? Now let's see. I need the big cutter. The Mixed Floral dies has this beautiful little detail right here. I do love it very much. It goes great with the collection. I'm gonna grab my plate number 2, and we'll need a plate number 3. Actually, we'll need 2 plate number 3s. Let's grab this. The one's already underneath there. And then the collection on its own has the coordinating dies. I'm gonna bring in this little piece, which is part of Mixed Labels, and we're gonna be doing this in the soft sea foam. So I have lots of leftover from this week as well. And let's grab this part here. I did sort them all out. They are here. I'm like, wow, this little piece. This is the time that you can almost go grab yourself a coffee. Kidding. Okay, so here it is. It's stuck. There you go. So I have it right here. And now I'm just gonna place it on top. I'm trying to figure what collection I'll be creating with next. I haven't decided yet. Look how good it turned out. So it is pretty cute. And as we have this out, I might as well do all the rest of my cutting here. So I'm gonna pull this off and we're just gonna go here. I'm gonna cut 2 pieces. Give me a second right here. I just want to make sure that I have a couple of options from the mixed labels. So it's gonna take 2 seconds. There we go. So here's our mixed label and soft seafoam. And by the way, soft seafoam, like I know everybody knew that I wasn't too excited about the color collection this week, but I adore soft seafoam. It's just, I was not sure about using it with Coastal Cabana. So that was the part of a challenge. I had to use Bubble Bath, Soft Seafoam, and Coastal Cabana. So this is the Coastal Cabana that I was not too sure about. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of very subtle, but I do love it. Okay, so we got this piece. My goodness, I'm losing hair like crazy. Here we go. And now we're just gonna color it like we did the last time, which I've gone with Bubble Bath. So have you taken out your blender pens? Have you started creating and using your blender pens after seeing this? Because if you try the blends, it will be too dark. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like your flowers will be like bright pink. And you know what? These flowers, you could leave white too if you want to. Like that would be a great option as well. And I'm going very fast this morning because it's Friday and I know everybody's busy. I don't know if you have like some crazy plans this weekend. Is some people celebrating Valentine's Day or Galentine's? A bunch of girls together. I'm coloring. This for me is very relaxing, but I'm still thinking about how did I order all these folders. Oops. I don't know what fell right there, but it's somewhere there. See, for me, like I like subtle colors, like Coastal Cabana is like so flashy. Like, but by using a blender pen, it just turns out perfect. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see this morning I did go out to get my husband a coffee. We have a coffee machine here. He did have a coffee, but he loves a combo of a muffin and a coffee. And he loves, here in Regina, if ever you go, there's a place called the Naked Bean. So they have crumble muffins. So I do bake muffins. Baking is my favorite. Just a little harder here in Regina because I don't have everything that I have back home. And I adore baking actually. So if ever you have a great muffin recipe, send it my way. Chris would love that. But when I went in this morning, they had these jam jams. I don't know if you've ever seen jam jams, but I will be posting a little video about the jam jams. They are like a shortbread cookie, I think, and they went all out because of Valentine's Day. And the jam jams looked amazing. He's like, oh, did you grab a couple? I was like, nope, I did not. I did not get any jam jams today, but they are my favorite. And we like to hang there on Saturday mornings, so maybe tomorrow will be a jam jam day. Oh, Paul is there. He says he doesn't know what he did on Monday. That's so funny. It's okay, Paul. Like, I have been not sleeping. Hello, Bev. Catching up here. So Paul says, if you want new free items, make sure you use the codes from the flyer. Absolutely. And you want to know something, Paul? When I go on my blog, I posted like some of our projects from this week. I'm a little behind, I think, but I put the code for celebration and the code when it would be regular price. Why? It's because sometimes people find me on Pinterest or other places and they want to get these and they see my cards like a lot further out than celebration. But yes, and you know, like when you're going out, when you're placing your order, it will ask you, it would tell you the amount of free celebration that you have, so then you could select your celebration. But like, you know, like I got some ribbon because I do love the Fresh Frisia ribbon, and I was gonna run out, and I do need it for next Saturday. So I ordered some ribbon, but I'm gonna say to you all, it's a lot more tempting to get dies that are $58 value than to get some ribbon. I don't know if you're thinking the same as me, but I was like, why am I getting ribbon when I could get these dies? But now I have the dies like in a couple of, in both houses, so I'm good, you know. So now I'm just using Bubble Bath and just adding a little bit more color around here. And you've seen this all week, so it is boring, but you could just choose the color choice that you want. It's just in case you're just catching me this week, and then you'll have the entire set of what we have been making all week. So that, and then while we were chit-chatting, I did use just soft seafoam for coloring all the leaf part. I don't know, did you try it in Old Olive? I just love the soft seafoam because I found that it looked very delicate for my project. So what I'm using here is light soft seafoam as well. So, you know, using both is great. If you have watercolor pencils, use those as well. And then you could go over with a stamping blend and you'll get like this bright, crisp look. So now let's grab our little piece, Love Note. And then this is just gonna layer right here on top. It is very delicate, very soft. And I was telling one of the ladies here in Regina, Shelly, yesterday, that I do love to make sometimes the 3x3 notes, but I also love to make these note cards. They're great if you're giving like a gift or like a little small token or something. They are so great to give out. So, you know, cards don't always have to be a big wow, very complicated. Even if Kim loves complicated stuff most of the time, they could be quite simple and quite great. So I just want to see. So your kindness makes my day. It is going to be snug on this one, but I am going to attempt, and I am using some basic black on the soft seafoam. And this is actually the coordinating stamp set. It's called Mixed Labels, and I grabbed it from here. So now I'm just going to base it off on the one side on here. And I like to pop up my stuff. Now I am going to cheat a little, and I do this all the time. I'm just going to put a dimensional on the inside so the card can stay closed. So very cute. So any embellishment ribbons that you have at the house, grab them. Like, you know what? Take them out, use them, and add to your project. I like to use the baker's twine, but you could also do the brown linen thread, which would look great as well. But you can make lots of these little love notes. So I'm still gonna go ahead right here and add this little piece of twine. And for my friends en Français, the stamp set does come in French, so you could use Etiquette Variée, so I do have that option as well. And then I did order myself some of these. They have been great. So they are the purple sequins, but they have white, light pink. So I feel like the light pink goes perfectly with our card today. And then we're just gonna go like this. And then yesterday, I was just going over my stash of what I had left. So I'm running out, guys. I'm running out of this beautiful wildflower birthday paper. So what I'm gonna do is take the coordinating mini envelope and I'm just gonna lay it right on top. I know you can't see how pretty this is, but I am gonna bring it closer and I'm gonna show you the alternative. But I'm just gonna say it is so cute. So you know that I'll have to make like 4 or 5 of them, have the coordinating box to go with it. And for my friends in Ontario, I'll show you in person what they look like, but it's kind of a little bundle of love. So here's my envelope to go with it. And it does stand out perfectly. We have the beautiful background. Now we just need to make a banana bread to go with it. You could use the other stamp set like this. You could add that same foliage with that one and the little ladybug, which you know I'll have to make a couple of these. But now what I do want to bring back in is this card. You remember? I made this one initially and I had stamped it in the mossy meadow. Well, if you don't like the version of having to emboss, heat emboss, then my suggestion to you is just go ahead and still using my purple sequins, but you can just go ahead here and make it a little bit brighter. So either or, I know this one's my favorite, but you could just do the same for yours. And then I would just continue using the paper, or even we could just use that beautiful embossing image for envelopes and then just emboss the background of our image right here. So if I grab this, I could just put the actual envelope in the embossing folder, or I could just go here and add right on top. So gonna go right here. Very gray here. I don't think we're gonna get some sun today. So now I'm just tweaking it. I'm just gonna go and cut all the way here. And now look at my envelope. It is textured, it looks subtle, and it is actually, I do love it. I think I prefer, like these would be my favorite. Having that envelope embossed and then just with the card on its own, it's just stunning, just like that. So I don't know, do you prefer like a darker background? Do you prefer, like me, that emboss look? I think to make it perfect, it's gonna be 3 little cards, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the box, wrap them all up together, and then just make them pretty like that. But you have the option, if ever you want to, you could just go ahead and do that. And then see, I have piles of little leftovers in there. But if we take our coordinating little flower, we could also, since my envelope is white and subtle, I could just bring it back here and grab it right here and then just go and stamp a little image right there. And I missed it, but it's okay, because when we miss, we have other little options. What happens when you miss? Tell me, what would you do when you're missing? There are fun things that you can do when you're missing. Is you could just re-stamp it and then just layer it on top, just like this. So there you have it. Kind of a cute card, right? So stay put. You'll be able to see all of the 3 cards. different backgrounds, different layout, that sort of thing with the images, and all bundled up with a box. I hope you love these, and they are fun. Lucy's saying, hi Kim, could you send me class to go? I actually sent you a very large box with 3 classes in there, but this one would be mailed from Ottawa. The reason why is because my stuff is already there for the class, so I will message you for that for sure. Christine is saying happy Friday. Beverly says have my coffee. Oh, great. Yes, and you know what? The first thing I do when Bev comes to a class is I already have her black coffee ready for her. And then Sylviana is saying, I love the soft sea foam. Me too. It's one of my favorites. I've done a good job using these colors. Absolutely. Evelyn said that she took her blender pens out last, and I'm trying some of this week's project ASAP. But first, I've got a retraite créative, which some friends, yeah, that's great. I used to do like all weekends. In 2010, I think I used to do weekend retreats, the full weekend retreats, and I am planning on doing it again. And they were called Creative Escape. I'm the one that had started this, and now everybody uses that word, so it's so funny. Sherry's saying, happy Friday. She said, I made beautiful projects. Please do send me suggestions. I would love to know what you have been creating and which other bundle would you like me to create with. You know, when we look at all these projects here today, they didn't go together, right? This paper did not go with the collection. The actual paper that goes with the collection is more in these tones. It's just, this I could do, but this was a little harder for me. So I've transformed this in these type of colors, and I just think that they turned out more Kim cards. That's how I'll call them. But whichever paper you're using, it's great. And then Bev is saying that she rarely makes mini cards, but this is very cute. And you know what? As I let you go, I will be doing all 3 of them, or 4, because I added this with the dark colors. And I'm going to show you with the little box. So, you know, sometimes I'll put a picture. You'll get to see what they look like, all of them packaged up. And I think this is going to encourage you to do note cards. When you're placing an order, we always get like little hostess benefits. Get these note cards. They're great to have. I often put them in my kits actually for customers. Sylviane said that she has used re-inkers and fluid aquarelle paper. I have to say it in French, but it worked great. And the only thing with the fluid 100% paper, I find it's a little bit more yellow. So for me, it bugs me. So that's why I try to use the thick cardstock. This here would be 100% fluid, and for me it's too yellow. So when I do that, if I ever am adding water to my stamp sets, I would use actually StazOn. I would use the thick white cardstock to cheat. And if ever you have a stash, there was also a white cardstock, I can't remember the name, but it had little sparkles. That too I love to use once in a while because I still have that as well. So have a wonderful weekend, Sherry, everybody. And, so Sherry's saying, could you please do the delightful wishes next week? That would be interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll look into that. I'll see if I have it here. If I do, that could be one. I'm going to say something. Air Canada does not allow carry-ons anymore, so I might not even bring a carry-on to my home in Ontario. So, but on Monday, I'm still here, so we'll get to chat on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.